Welcome to Zen in a Moment, episode 18 with Zen Crier to Brooke. Do you know the difference between hope and faith? Just thinking for a second that maybe you want to know the difference. Now, a lot of people say, I hope it will happen. And that's a good step. It's better than being in a dire place where you think the world is going to fall apart and take you with it, or whatever is going on in your life that you're hoping will change or hoping get better. And it's a lighter feeling inside, the energy of hope, but it's coming from already believing that this thing that your mind is telling you is going to happen that's really unpleasant and bad, or that needs to shift, is most likely going to happen in some way, shape, or form. And you throwing a hope into the mix of, I hope it doesn't go that way, or I hope this works out for them, or whatever it is that you hope for. I hope the world starts to transform and change in a way that works for all of us. There's no groundedness. There's no body energy or frequency that you're sending out to have that occur, because I truly have found that our frequency, our thoughts create our frequency, and our frequency creates the world around us. A lot of people like to call it vibration. Like I said, they've proven it in so many scientific studies that the human body does put out a frequency, and that frequency is related to our thoughts that create our emotions. All right? And so what's the difference? What's the difference between faith and hope? Well, faith is an unshakable experience that you yourself cannot walk away from. So an example for me is I believe that our internal guidance system really creates a deep, powerful level of faith. Even when you don't know how exactly to hold faith, you can't go back. So once you get an opening, let's say your mind is creating something really dire about your finances or your children or your parents or your spouse and you, something's going on at work and it's just really seems like something bad's going to happen. When you do the pivot, how do I want it to be instead? You have to notice you're closed, always. And like, okay, I'm closed, so how do I want it to be instead? And you keep searching around until you find an opening, and then what would make it even better than that? And you get an even bigger opening to what would be even better than that. What you're going to find is that with that opening, as you go back to the thinking of the unpleasant, dire thing that your mind is generating, what you'll find is that your mind, you can't go there with it. You can't follow it down its trajectory because you know it's closing and you've already found your opening. And in that opening is faith. In that opening is a deep understanding that you know that it's going to go in this other direction because you're open. That or something better is going to occur for you. And it's a very interesting thing because your mind is going to want to keep dragging you back to the unpleasant direness, okay, to the thing that you are afraid of. Fear is always closing, remember that. But you also have this new grounded stake in the ground that tells you, no, this is the trajectory that's opening that will happen. This is the experience that's coming for me. All right? And in that, you have faith. Because you just can't go back to the old thinking. Someone may come up and try to convince you that you're nuts. And as they convince you, and you begin to think about what they're saying, you'll close. And you're like, nope, I can't go there with you. I know it. I recently had this experience with my mother-in-law who almost passed. And she was they called us in to say our goodbyes. And it was very, very dire, and it did not look good. But I opened that she was going to live. Almost everyone around me disagreed. That, they were just, I said no. And they could feel it. I'm like, no, I'm telling you right now, she is going to live. And it opened. Now, it did not look that way. But as people called me to start asking about memorial plans and how we're going to take care of my father-in-law and all these different things, I would start going down that road for like 3 sentences. And then I go, wait. Look, she's not going to die. We don't need to have this conversation. And I would explain to them how I'm feeling. And lo and behold, they'd be like, I feel that way too, but it seems crazy. Now, they don't use their IGS. But I said, I want you to hold that she's going to live. And she goes, I do feel that way. Or he would say, I do feel that way. Really, I do. And I'm like, good. We're standing in that from now forward. Faith is an experience that's anchored in. It's unshakable. And it's actually easy when you use your IGS because you can viscerally feel when you're moving away from your faith and viscerally feel in your body when you're coming back to it. So think about that for a bit. Play with it. Have a wonderful day, as usual, and I'm sending you love and blessings. Are you feeling stuck? Are you in your own personal Groundhog Day? I know what that feels like. And I want to let you know, if you're enjoying the Zen in a Moment mini pods, I have something even more profound and powerful for you. I have a community that I've started, Fear Free Human Collective, and there is a free level. It costs nothing to join. In that free level, you'll get a free trial of our 14-day quick start program called the Fear Free Mind Experience. You get the first 4 days of that. And you also get access to our membership area where we have a general discussion where you can meet other people who are using their internal guidance system. And I have a monthly masterclass that I do where we take on a topic every single month where we examine your closings and I share with you how to get rid of closing thinking. You know, for instance, I know one month that we did is the self-sabotage, all the thinking we have that's negative about ourselves and who we are and what we do and what we're accomplishing and how far along we are in life. And we get together and we will explore that and release all those closings and find openings. I want to have you come and join this program. It's free for you to join. If you want to do more, you can. It's super affordable. But at least come join the free and be around people who are like-minded like you and who are learning to use their internal guidance system. I want to enjoy this with you and have you be a part of this, because if you're listening to this mini pod, you're special and you have something to contribute to the world. And I want to know more about you and what you're here to do. So go to BeFearFreeNow.com and check out what we have to offer. Check out the people in the community. You'll get to see our members in our membership directory, and you're going to get to you'll find that the people who are attracted to the internal guidance system work are pretty awesome. They're very special. I hope to see you there. I'm sending you love and blessings. Go forth and have an amazing day.